Concrete does not like 90-degree angles or any hard angles. That's what it wants to crack. So anytime you got one of those, give it a little curve. That looks like it'd be fun. Where would you put it? I know where I'd put it. Cut a radius with a jigsaw? I don't think so. You're gonna cut your radius with a nice skill saw. The trick is to set your blade to the minimum depth so it just barely gets through the wood. And then instead of following the guide, you just watch your blade. I cut these little holes in my forms. I can get 12 feet of wood for $3. This is that thin shit that'll hold your concrete up if you do it right. I think you need rebar, but you don't want to deal with rebar. They're fucking winter. They're only $7.45. So I connected these just to make sure they match on all three pieces. Everything's kind of matched up. So, and they're screwed together. That helps a lot. Mark your pieces because they will move. You flip them around, they're not going to stack the same way. And always pick up all your screws. If you lost one, find it. If a dog comes back here or a little kid, mark both ends about 3 inches in to give yourself some play, and then go find the center. Half. I got everything in place. I can pretty much run everything off this one screw. I like the fat head because it doesn't pierce that press board. Doesn't have to be too in there. Ain't nothing to it, just locking it in place so it doesn't push out from the back, you know? That's where the concrete's gonna be. Any reinforcements with these screws you don't want them on the top because we're gonna lay that press board right here. And we don't want those in our way. Nope. So it was getting squirrely on me, so I had some scrap 2x4 and I cut these two down just to hold the form square, and I was able to remove all the screws that were on the inside. When you're using these 1x2 scraps, make sure they're always standing up like this. That's how they're strongest. If you lay them flat, they're just gonna bow. This pin line here. So I drew my transition on top and I traced out 3 inches where I want the back of the concrete to be. That's just where I put all the holes. You see it feathers up to about 1/2 inch there. All right, so we got all the ribs in place. And they're all lined up with those black lines that are 3 inches deep. Now we just skin it. It's not the most secure tech. You know, this is going up against a wall in the middle of fucking no man's land. It's not going between two cabinets in your house. All right, so you want to cut your press board to fit. Hopefully you got a friend. We'll do some standing so you can get all these in. And this is what you're looking for. So we're pretty much set here on form built. We got no rebar in it yet, but we're sturdy. You can walk on it. That's a pretty good sign of a good form. That's the bottom there. So what we're making here is 2 different wall rides in one port. One up, one down. You should be able to slide them together perfectly too if you didn't want any gap at all. Oh yeah, it's going down today. One up, one down. Yeah, Jack, killing it. Halfway there. That's that easy. Get them nice and soaked. Keep them wet. 3 days, whatever. You really do want to take all the folds out of your towel because that'll leave a little mark in the finish. Oh, it's so smooth. Tuck it back in. Day 2 of 3. I'm gonna leave for the day. I want to keep moisture on this while it's nice and wet. Cover with a tarp. Lock that moisture in. Waiting for this moment. Nice. Let this thing sunbake. I keep sprinkling some water on it. Just a couple little spots where the cream was off my tool. I didn't want to clean it up at the time. Simple little scrape takes it right off. Ooh, we're drying out. We're drying out. Fucking stoked. Off all this excess. That's it. That's the last bit. Can't wait.